Hey everyone, welcome back to FS22 No Man's Land, where I've been given an unlimited amount of money by the owner of this land to make it habitable again. So in this month, I actually did not expect to be doing any of this, but things change, decisions change, and life events change. So we have a couple of changes that I'm just going to show you in a second. So here you can see that our field is no longer here, and that was my decision because I needed a bigger yard. So I'm going to replace the field with a bigger yard. However, I did not ask for council permission to do that. So in return, they have now wiped out my horse stables and my outdoor arena. As you can probably imagine, I didn't feel very happy about this, but I've decided to change my plans with that piece of land anyway. I've also started putting roads in, and I also cut down trees on that piece of land so that I can actually work on what I intend to do with it and get going with some important tasks. So I obviously put these logs and pieces of wood on my lorry where I keep the rest of the wood, and then I use my mulcher to get rid of all the tree stumps. Next, I brought a big cultivator so that I can plough the land, but I'm not going to use one of those measly little ones that you don't know which angle to plough from. So I bought this lovely boy, and it ploughs and also cultivates at the same time. This literally took me all day, as you can imagine. It's just me, and I didn't want Louis to get involved with this, so I used his tractor because I think it was definitely better for the equipment that I had to use, and I also didn't want him to get in trouble with the council if the council did end up being unhappy about this. Oh, and it started snowing as well. It started snowing in the middle of me doing this, which I was very overjoyed about, seeing as I was in freezing temperatures, and also ended up actually ploughing in the dark at one point because nights have been drawn in, so that was fun. So after this I just went to bed and popped all my stuff away because I was just completely pitch black. However, before doing that, I did fix some of the lights and added some more around the yard so I wasn't walking in complete pitch black, which was delightful. And I also decided that I was going to fence this area off because I didn't really want the leisure part of the lake to be coming onto my land with all the people that will eventually be there. So I just fixed that a bit. I then rose early the next morning around 7 o'clock, so it was still kind of dark out, but I wanted to get a head start on today's plans, or should I say this month's plans, because that flipping field literally took me so long to do and sort out with everything that went on. So in the month of January I decided to do what I was meant to be doing, sort out some of the roads that was going to be in the town of this land where all the commerce and trades are, and then I got to work on the lake area itself. That guy that shouted at me last episode is still there. I don't know his name. I also don't know what to do with him yet, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. I'm just going to start making a move on the lake itself, make it into a nice family friendly area. There's the car park, and I added a little bus stop for when the bus starts running around the town. I then added a couple of benches and a little playground, as well as a bridge going onto the little island of the lake, and some fish and some plants in the lake as well to make it a bit more green and luscious. I added a little fence around there just to protect the cars that will be parked in there, and making sure that the children just wouldn't run through the car park and straight onto the road like the good human being that I am. So now I'm just going to take a wander through and have a look at the work that I've done. There's a little nice piece of field that I've just left for picnics and families to be able to sit on, maybe play a few games of rounders on, things like that, some benches so that mothers and fathers can watch their children play, and a little bridge to get over to the middle of the island. However, I'm still plagued with the trouble of this man that will not leave his house. Find out the result in the next episode.